Now we're going to move on into section 10.5, where we'll be looking at three-dimensional figures, generally polyhedrons, although we'll also see stuff with spheres and cylinders and cones that are a bit different. But essentially what a polyhedron is something like a polygon where you kind of stack it up to make a full three-dimensional shape with that extra height or width or depth. However you want to think about what that looks like, you're getting a third dimension to work with, so you get a little bit more to talk about in terms of things like volume and surface area as compared to area in 2 dimensions and perimeter. First, we're going to look at rectangular solids, so boxes. The basic example here would be a cube where all of our sides, length, width, and height are the same. So we're talking about things in terms of cubic area, hence where that term comes from. For this, if we want to find the volume, all we're looking at is the product length times width times height. Make sure clear about that. L there. So let's say we have an example where you want to work on a swimming pool in your yard. The first step you have to do is dig a hole that is 30 yards long, 20 yards wide, and 2 yards deep. You'll use a truck that can carry 10 cubic yards of dirt and charges $35 for each load. You want to figure out how much it costs to get all of the dirt. So, first thing you need to do is figure out the volume. You need to find the volume of the hole, which will be 30 times 20 times 2 yards for a total of 1,200 cubic yards. Now from here, what you then need to do is figure out how much it's going to take to move all of this, that is, figure out how many loads you will need, and then how much it costs per load to get the total cost there. So, if we're taking 1,200 cubic yards, and in each one we get 10 yards per load, we will end up having to take, should be cubic yards per load, 100 loads, and we'll have to pull out 10 at a time. We'll take 120 pulls. And then finally, if we need 120 loads, and it costs $10 per load, we will end up having to pay, $10 per load. I don't know why I said 10 there again. It costs $35 per load. Sorry about that. It will end up running us $4,200 just to get the dirt out for the pool.